Hey, friends, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. So, tips and tricks to living your best life. Today, I'm going to be talking to specifically those of you that are entrepreneurs, that maybe you have your own business full time or a side gig. And what does wellness look like for you? Because let me tell you, being an entrepreneur is seriously rewarding. I was just thinking about this, and I have been actually self employed since 2003. So that's heading into like 20 years. That is crazy. It's super rewarding being able to set your own schedule, your own what your day looks like, right? But it could also be extra stressful because it's all encompassing. It's not a 9 to 5, but that also means you might feel the need to answer an email or a text at midnight, right? So how do we look after ourselves when we're really trying to be the best that we can be in our business? So I have 5 tips in no particular order I wanted to share with you, and things I've really learned, especially over the last 5 years as I've worked to build my online health and wellness franchise. I have just literally accelerated my growth as a business owner so much in the last 5 years by taking these tips into play. And so the first one is something that I'm doing right now, and that is to invest in yourself. Now, whether that means you're hiring a business coach or you're hiring a life coach, that investment in growing yourself is so worth it. And this is something I struggled with for years. I wouldn't hesitate to take another course on human anatomy or, the Pilates method, those sorts of things, knowledge based courses. I could wrap my head around that. But as soon as I kind of went into a or hit a limiting belief and needed to grow personally, I would hesitate to invest because I couldn't see the return on investment, right? Immediately. And I tell you, in the last few years, that's changed and it has literally accelerated my business. And it doesn't have to be big. Maybe it starts with you just purchase, go to Chapters, grab a book, go on Amazon, grab a book, just something to grow your mindset, your confidence, your skill set. Start there, just with a book or a podcast, Audible, whatever it might be, but then actually consider going to that next level, hiring a coach. So right now I'm in a 3-day business intensive, and let me tell you, it's intense. At like 1:30 today, I just felt like my head was going to explode because teaching an old dog new tricks around technology, it's like I was like, what's happening here? So I'm thankfully everything's recorded. I'm going to go back and watch the replays and implement some things in my business. It's super hard, but also super exciting to be learning things at the same accelerated pace I did back in university. So, always learning, always challenging yourself. But this 3-day intensive I'm taking is actually part of a larger 1-year business program that I committed to in February that has been an absolute game changer for me because I had all kinds of ideas, and I would kinda jump from here, jump to there, and I jump to the new shiny thing, and it's really helped to structure me. Okay, I'm going down a rabbit hole, I do these things. So, number 1 was, again, really just to invest in yourself, invest in the growth of yourself and your business, and also to consider then hiring things out because at least I do, I try to do it all. So I'm like the house cleaner, or I'm like, the cleaning service for my business, in my studio. I'm the bookkeeper. I'm the marketer. I'm the content creator. I do all the things and it gets to be a lot. So hire out the things that don't bring you joy. So I don't enjoy cleaning my house. So I've hired out part of that, right? Or things that you really struggle with. And there's a couple things I learned today that I realize I'm going to have to hire out because I'm just struggling, right? But learn to hire out the things that don't bring you joy. And also, if there's things that you don't need to be doing, don't do them because time is our most valuable resource. Time is way more important than money. And so you want to be focusing on activities that are called income producing activities, right? That's what you need to be spending your time on. If there's other things in your business that someone else could do, then hire them out. Get a virtual assistant, right? So worth your time and investment. So we're investing in ourselves. And then along with that, this was hard for me, but slow down to speed up. Okay. Number 2, slow down to speed up. So, like I said, with my business, and especially the way the world is changing, right? There's always that new shiny thing, that new shiny thing, that new shiny thing. And so I found I was often, somebody would do something, I jump over there, then I jump over here. And that actually creates a spinning and an overwhelm because you're not focusing on what you truly need to do. So I had to just take a second. And thankfully, again, my business coach really helped me with this, but it was like, slow down. Okay, we don't need to get to point, you know, T today. Let's actually put systems in place first that are going to help us there, because when we slow down, figure out what it is we're even doing, how we want to do it, and prioritize things, we'll actually start to accelerate our results. And that has absolutely been what I saw happen this year in my business. So slow down to speed up. It's okay if you don't get there all today, right? You don't need to implement all 47 ideas in your business today. It's okay to take some time with that. And then, of course, I'm going to talk of the pillars of health, or pillars of wellness. If you're in my Facebook community, this is what we focus on, is these pillars of wellness. And so what are those? You need to be focusing on, of course, eating well, nourishing your body, learning to understand what macronutrients are, micronutrients, how to balance that. So you need to be nourishing your body with good food, not just eating, but nourishing your body. You need to be moving your body. You don't need to be going to the gym for 2 hours a day, but you need to move your body. Joseph Pilates was all about that. Movement is what actually heals your body. When you actually move your body and stimulate your spinal cord, you stimulate your brain. It's like super fascinating. I probably could do a live on that and geek out on that with you guys for a couple hours, but you need to move your body, and you need to move your body well. Right? It's, again, sometimes the weekend warrior thing, that's fun, but if you're beating the crap out of your body every weekend, are you then, getting a massage? Or what if you tried to be just a little bit kinder to yourself? If you don't have to do 14 runs at the ski hill, maybe you only do 4 and you enjoy them a little bit more, whatever it might be, right? Just really focusing on moving well. And then think. How are you thinking? Especially now, the world can be a little bit negative. We can be surrounded by, scary news, maybe too much negativity on our Facebook feeds. So really, how can you adjust your mindset to be bringing happy, productive thoughts? So, maybe you need to unfollow some people on Facebook. Maybe you need to cut down on how much you watch the news. You need to do things that bring you joy, right? What are those things? So your mindset. And then finally, sleep. Okay. So you need to be sleeping. Now, as entrepreneurs, I remember a season last fall where I was really busy, and I would literally be up at 5 a.m. and I would kind of do my thing all day. And then it'd be like 11:30 at night and I was still up, or back on my computer doing stuff. Then I'd go to bed. And of course, you can't sleep, right? So that you've heard this before. Grab a piece of paper and pen and keep it beside your bed. So if you wake up in the night with an idea, you could write it down. But more importantly, let's unwind on that. Okay. So don't work until 11 o'clock at night. Just don't do it. Create yourself an evening ritual and treat it like it's the most important thing you can do. Shut your phone off. Stop responding to emails at a certain time. What do you want to do? Do you want to have a cup of chai tea? Do you want to have a bath? Do you need to go to a yoga class? What can you do to create happiness? Just that you can shut your mind off from work and just live, because work is just a very small piece of what we do. And I'm a bit of a workaholic. So, yes, we definitely need to slow down. So those things, focusing on the pillars of health, how we eat, how we think, how we sleep, and how we move. And what's interesting, if you make just one small change in any one of those pillars, it's going to have a positive effect on the other ones. So super crucial with that. Now, if you want to learn more about the pillars of health, just drop pillars of health down below in the comments. I'll get you into my group, because we're really focusing on that. Right now, I'm running a Simplify the Seasons challenge for 5 days, just talking about how to really, again, bring the joy back into Christmas. So if that interests you, drop that down below. And then the fourth thing is to create systems in your business. So, are you trying to do everything? For years, my friends would laugh at me because I'd show up somewhere with my day planner in my purse, my paper day planner. I love it. But I actually did this crazy thing. I got rid of it this year. I went completely online. I had to really slow down because I had to learn the systems. But once I did, it was an absolute game changer. Although there is paper all over my desk right now because I wrote notes in my course today, I found that going paperless has really simplified my life, because I can be anywhere and I can just pull up one of my Trello boards and see what I need to do. It's super, super efficient. If you're running a business, everybody's online, whether you clean houses whether you're a massage therapist, whether, you're in direct sales, you're online for sure. So, can you automate? What can you automate in your business? Because if your business isn't working for you while you're sleeping, something needs to change, right? So, if you're interested in learning using any of the tools that I use, Project Broadcast, Trello, StreamYard, any of those things, just drop me a message because I would love to share. I have learned so much about those things in the past few years. So, you want to create systems, embrace technology. That was really hard for me. I'm old school, but the more I've learned to embrace it, of course, it's a struggle today. There was a moment today where I was like doing this, trying to learn something new, but I know once I get it, it's going to accelerate me again forward. So you really want to create these systems. And like I said, your business or parts of it should be able to run themselves while you're sleeping. And if not, maybe you need a new business. Let's talk, okay? Because you want to be able to sleep and to still continue to create a revenue stream for yourself. And then lastly, this is longer than I thought it was going to be. Oh, 10 minutes. Sorry, but I have so much to share. Is to practice self-care. But what do I mean there? Because that could mean so many things, right? Go for a massage, go for a walk, blah, blah, blah. But more importantly, know your values, know your priorities, say no to anything that doesn't fit in that. Set really good boundaries and then schedule everything. My Google Calendar looks crazy. It says prep, supper, lunch. Here's where I'm working out. And that was so hard for me because I am actually a super spontaneous person and I like to just do things on the cuff. But I was actually not having as much success in my business because I refused to plan. And now, as I plan things, I actually get things done. So it allows for more spontaneity on the weekend, right? Or those outside hours to just have fun. So know your values, know your priorities, schedule them, set the boundaries, take time off, shut off your phone, unplug. I feel like I'm maybe reminding myself of these things here right now too. But it's so easy as an entrepreneur to just think, oh, I'm just going to, when I get this done, when I get this done, when I get this done. And there will be seasons in your business where you have to do that. And that's totally okay. But you have to take time to rest and rejuvenate. You need to reduce those cortisol levels so your body can function optimally, especially as women. As we're in perimenopause, we have to get our cortisol levels down, or else we're going to end up with our hormones out of balance. So, super important. Unplug. And most importantly, probably the most important thing you can do for your wellness as an entrepreneur is to have fun. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, again, maybe look for something else. Have fun in your business. Don't take yourself too seriously. Have fun in life and find the joy again. Last weekend was a great weekend. I was in Banff actually with my husband for his Christmas party. So we were gone overnight. But that meant that on Sunday, I did have to plug into work for a few hours. And I was kind of trudging along in my computer and kind of feeling like, oh, like I'm getting a little bit tired. And I looked outside and the kids were riding their toboggans down the driveway. It was hilarious because we live on a bit of a hill. And I thought, you know what? I need to go out there and have fun. So I grabbed my coat, put on some mitts, ran outside, grabbed the other sled, and I went running down the hill and slid down and giggled all the way down. Had so much fun with the girls. I took just that 15-minute break. I came back in, and that thing I was stuck with on my computer was done in 5 minutes, right? Taking breaks, clearing your head is actually going to help you get so much more done. So that's all I had for you guys today. I hope that's useful. I would love to know, if you're an entrepreneur, what you are actively doing to create wellness for yourself, because it's super important. If you had any questions or you want to chat about it, drop me a message. I love connecting with other entrepreneurs and would maybe love to feature you in some upcoming segments I have. All right, you guys, have a great Wednesday, and we will see you next week for Wellness Wednesday.